What happens when cutting-edge weapons meant to defend one side end up in the hands of the enemy? The Russia-Ukraine war isn't just a test of military strength, it's become a testing ground for modern weaponry from around the world. NATO-supplied arms have flooded into Ukraine in an effort to help Kyiv push back against Russian aggression. But this massive influx of Western support has had unintended consequences. As the war stretches into its third year, the battlefield has become not only a graveyard of tanks and drones, but also a revolving door of captured hardware. Whenever territory shifts, so too does the control over weapons, vehicles, and ammunition. And increasingly, Russian forces are not just destroying NATO gear, they're capturing it, studying it, showcasing it, and in some cases, turning it back against Ukraine. In this video, we'll explore several key incidents where Russian forces have uncovered and seized hidden caches of Western-supplied weapons. Stay tuned. Let's begin with one of the most recent finds. On April 24th, officers from Russia's Federal Security Service, or FSB, uncovered a significant weapons cache in the village of Kurakhovka, located in the Donetsk People's Republic. The cache was found inside school number 22, which had previously been used as a base by foreign mercenaries fighting alongside Ukrainian forces. This wasn't just abandoned equipment. According to intelligence reports, the cache had been carefully hidden with the intent of being used for future sabotage attacks against Russian forces. The arsenal included NATO standard assault rifles, Russian-made Kalashnikovs, multiple grenade launchers, pistols, and even 2 NATO-type MANPADS, man-portable air defense systems capable of taking down low-flying aircraft and drones. In addition to these high-value items, FSB teams recovered nearly 30 hand grenades, 50 cluster munitions, several thermite incendiary shells, around 40 kilograms of TNT, and over 4,000 rounds of ammunition. All items were handed over to the Russian Ministry of Defense, and counterintelligence operations in the area are still underway, as officials believe more hidden stockpiles could exist in the vicinity. Just a few weeks before the Kurakhovka discovery on February 1st, FSB agents uncovered another well-hidden cache near Avdeevka, a city that had also recently fallen under Russian control. This cache, too, was believed to have been prepared by retreating Ukrainian troops in coordination with foreign partners. Among the recovered items were weapons rarely seen on the front lines: a 7.62mm machine gun made in Belgium, a US-manufactured M16 rifle, several RPG grenade launchers, and AK-74s. Alongside them were thousands of rounds of 5.45mm and 7.62mm ammunition, as well as more than 20 RGD 5-hand grenades. As with other caches, these weapons were transferred for either frontline reuse or intelligence analysis. Moving back to January 18th, Russian National Guard units and FSB personnel operating in the Lugansk People's Republic conducted successful reconnaissance operations that led them to a cleverly concealed cache in a heavily forested area. Buried and camouflaged to avoid detection, the cache held a wide assortment of munitions: anti-tank mines, TNT blocks weighing several hundred grams, plastic explosives, more than 2,500 rounds of various caliber ammunition, and over 30 grenades, both offensive and defensive types. Also discovered were fuses, 30mm cannon shells, and improvised explosive devices. This find, like others, underscores the guerrilla tactics at play. These weapons weren't left behind in panic. They were hidden with intent, pre-positioned for future asymmetric attacks, possibly months or even years down the line. But this pattern of discovery goes back even further. On August 7, 2024, FSB units operating in the city of Mariupol located a well-hidden cache of weapons, along with classified documents reportedly belonging to the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense. The cache included a Ukrainian-produced Fort 600 grenade launcher, 9 VUG grenades manufactured in Poland, 11 additional foreign-made hand grenades, and a substantial quantity of small arms ammunition. This wasn't just a weapons dump, it was a prepared fallback point, potentially meant to be accessed later in case Ukrainian forces re-entered the city. The inclusion of military documentation added another layer of value to the discovery. Beyond the tactical benefit, it provided Russian forces with insight into Ukrainian planning and coordination. Then came the Selidovo discovery on November 12th, perhaps the most extensive one reported to date. Located in the Donetsk region, the area had recently come under Russian control after Ukrainian forces withdrew. FSB agents found several interconnected caches packed with NATO-supplied and Soviet-era weapons. The haul included multiple NATO-style handheld and mounted grenade launchers, 5 heavy machine guns, over a dozen RPGs, 45 anti-personnel mines, 21 20mm mortar shells, more than 400 hand grenades, and approximately 15,000 rounds of various small arms ammunition. All of these incidents paint a clear picture. As control shifts in eastern Ukraine, so do the tools of war. These weapons caches, whether hidden in schools, forests, or abandoned cities, are more than just leftovers. They're strategic resources, and once captured, they're being studied, repurposed, and in some cases, even used against the forces they were meant to protect. For Russian intelligence and military units, each find offers more than firepower. It provides critical insights into Ukrainian logistics, battlefield planning, and foreign supply chains. Every recovered rifle or launcher offers a look at how Western aid is flowing and how Ukrainian forces intend to use it. But these discoveries also raise bigger questions. How many more caches are still out there, buried in basements, hidden in civilian buildings, or tucked away in remote forests? And if these weapons continue to fall into Russian hands, what effect will that have on the course of the war, and on Western nations' willingness to continue supplying them?